Today's video is an explanation of the editing process. So the editing process is the third stage in our working together to write your memoir. So the first stage was the interviews, then I wrote your manuscript, and now we are collaborating on edits. So before we collaborate on edits, I need you to have a Gmail email account. So if you don't have that, just let me know if you have any difficulty setting it up and we can do it together, but it just takes about 5 minutes, okay? And then I'm going to send you an email, and the email will have a link that you can click on, and that link will take you to your manuscript. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So this is an example of what your manuscript will look like. This is in something called Google Docs, and I'm just going to show you around a little bit. So the first thing you'll see here on the left is a clickable table of contents. The reason why that's useful is if you say, for example, get to the end of your manuscript or the end of chapter 3, and you realize I forgot something in chapter 1, I want to go back, you don't have to scroll and scroll to get back to the top. You can just click chapter 1 and that will bring you back up to the top. Okay, now if you don't see this and you just have this over here, you just click on that and it will open it up for you. All right, so how are we going to do the editing? So what you're going to do is if there's anything that you want to change, you're going to highlight it. So let's say, for example, I spelt a name incorrectly. So you'll just take your mouse and highlight that word. And then there's three features that come up. You have add a comment, add an emoji, or edit, suggest edits. Please do not use any other option except for this top one, add a comment, okay? Don't write on the document. Don't use strike through or delete things or add things. You're only going to use add a comment, okay? So you click that top button there, add a comment, and then you're going to tell me what I did incorrectly. Okay, let's say it's spelled differently. All right, so then you add that comment. All right, let's say that there's information that you do not want to be in the document. Let's say you want to get rid of this entire paragraph. So you just delete it, and then you're going to type, add a comment, and then just type delete paragraph, and then you click comment, and it gets saved over here on the right. All right, let's say you want to add information over here. So you're just going to highlight the punctuation at the end of the sentence. Maybe it's a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. You highlight that, and you're just going to click add a comment. So I want to describe my sister's feet. Maybe she has funny feet. I don't know. Or her shoes or whatever. Okay, click comment, and that will be saved there. Let's say there's something that you're just not sure of. So let's say I'm not sure how my children will like this. Maybe you're afraid that your children will read this and it will be uncomfortable for them, so you want to have a conversation with me. All right, so when you're done with all of those edits, please take your time with it, but you have a couple of weeks, and like let it sit for a while and then come back to it and make sure that you've got everything that down there that you want to change. And then all you're going to do is you'll send me a text or call me, and we're going to look at the document together, and I will ask you questions about those comments. So obviously I don't need to ask you about things like the name change, but if I have a question, if you added something here, like I want to describe my sister's funny feet, where was that now? So then I'm going to have to ask you to describe them to me. So as we're talking, first of all, I will be recording these sessions because I want to make absolutely sure that I get the edits the way that you want them. But I'm also going to be writing notes to myself to remember what you said. So the way I do that is um, I'll just type in caps. Okay, so don't worry that is going to be what's in the document. Those are just notes that I'm writing to myself. Okay, it's not what I'm going to be adding in the end. All right, and it's the same thing here. I'm not sure how the children will like this, so then I might type to myself, concerned, it will disturb them for whatever reason. Okay. And then, so that way I have that for myself when I go back to do the revisions. All right. So, once we've gone through that together, I will look at those comments. I'll play back the recording to myself and make sure that I got all of your edits in there exactly the way you wanted it. And then I'll send it back to you. Now, believe me, I understand. I also do all of my best editing after I press send. So I get it. If there's still something that you forgot and you want to go back and let me know, that's completely understandable. But for the most part, I would appreciate it if you took the time to really make sure that you got all of the edits in there that are important to you. All right, so then I'll make the edits, I'll send it back to you, and you're going to check it to make sure I did it properly and it's exactly how you want it. And that's basically the editing process. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. The most important thing for the editing process is only to use that comment feature and not to write on the document or delete anything on the document. Okay. All right. That's it for today. And thank you so much for listening.